Hi Kania, how are you?
Yes, I'm good, fine. And you?
A good moment to chat.
Yes.
I feel like we are always so busy with work that we rarely have time to talk outside of meetings.
Absolutely. It's nice to have a more relaxed experience. What's been keeping you busy these days?
Well, mostly project deadlines. As usual, I am working on that client proposal we discussed last week, and I just wrapped up a presentation for it. It's been intense but rewarding. What about you?
Same here. I've been focusing on the new champions we are launching. There's a lot to coordinate, and I'm working with different teams. So it's been hectic, but I love how it lets me connect with so many people around the office.
That sounds like a big project. It's great when you get to collaborate with multi teams. It feels like you are contributing to something larger. Do you feel like this aligns with your career goals?
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to gain as much experience in project management as possible because eventually I want to move into a leadership role. Getting experience with campaigns is such a valuable part of that.
Yeah.
How about you? What are you aiming for in the long run?
Funny to say that. My goal is to become a senior analyst. I love the strategic aspect of what we do, and I want to develop my skills in data and business analysis even further. I've been taking a couple of online courses in my free time, which help me stay up to date on the last tools and trends.
That's awesome. It's great to hear you are actively working towards it. I think these skills you are building are in high demand. How do you find the time for those courses?
Honestly, it's a bit challenging. I set aside some time every weekend, even it's just an hour or two, and sometimes I will work through my lunch break if I am really motivated. It's exhausting, but I am hoping it will pay off in the future. Speaking of which, do you have any personal targets you are working on?
One of my main targets is to improve my public speaking. With Test Champions projects, I've been doing a lot more presentation, and I want to get more confident. It's still a bit nerve-wracking though.
Oh, I totally understand. I used to feel the same way. Practice really does make a difference. I started over with smaller presentation to get comfortable, and over time I got easier. Our office environment helped to everyone's generally so supportive.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. I feel lucky to be in a place where everyone's open to helping each other out. It really creates a good vibe in the office. How do you feel about our workplace? Do you feel it's conducive to what you're aiming to achieve?
I think so. The culture here encourages growth and learning, which is something I really value. I feel like management is supportive of our goals. At the same time, I am sometimes wish we had more structured mentorship opportunities. It would be great to have someone to guide me directly in my career path.
That's a good point. Mentorship can really accelerate growth. Maybe we could suggest a mentorship program to HR. A lot of us which benefit from that, especially since so many people here have different expertise.
Exactly. Plus, it would help us all learn more about different aspects of the business. Sometimes I feel like I am only seeing one side of it. You know, like I'd love to understand more about marketing or project management, which is more your area.
I think cross training would be great. Understanding other departments could make us more versatile employees and might open up new career options. I think it's always beneficial to see things from different perspectives.
Definitely. And speaking of perspectives, I am curious what your view on balancing personal growth with company goals. Do you think it's possible to advance our careers while still fully supporting company objectives?
Good questions. I think it's definitely possible, but it takes intentions and planning. The way I see it, if I align personal goals with the company's objectives, I'm doing both simultaneously. For example, by taking on bigger projects, I'm working towards leadership, which also benefit the company.
That's a great way to look at it. I think balancing the two can be challenging sometimes. It's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day tasks and lose sight of the bigger picture. But when I think about it, the company's success ultimately benefits all of us too.
Exactly. And it's good for morale. I think when employees see themselves progressing, they feel more connected to their work. It's motivating.
Yeah, and it feels good to see progress, even if it's small steps. Well, thanks for chatting with me, Kania. I feel like I have to renovate perspective now, especially about suggesting mentorship and focusing on my personal goals.
Okay, anytime, Ardi. It's good to know. Gak apa-apa, emang bukan?
Okay.
Anytime, Ardi. It's great to know we are all in this together. Let's keep each other motivated and maybe check in on our goals more often.
Absolutely. Let's catch up again in my few weeks and see how we are both doing on our personal targets.
Looking forward to it. I was thinking we could take a little break and talk about some work related topics. I know we've been super busy lately, but it might be nice to step back and reflect on a few things like office activities, career goals, and our overall work environment. What do you think?
Sound good to me. Let's do it.
So, first off, what do you think of the office activities we've been having recently, like the team building events, training sessions, or even the casual free day happy hours?
Honestly, I think they have been pretty fun. The happy hours are a great way to unwind, and the training sessions are usually useful. Although sometimes they feel a bit long. What about you?
I agree. The happy hours are a nice way to get to know everyone outside of work. But I think they could mix things up a bit. Maybe introduce different types of activities to make it more engaging. Training is great, but I sometimes wish we had more practical workshops rather than just lectures.
Yeah, hands-on session would be awesome. Do you think we should suggest that in the next team meetings?
Definitely, it could be good way to make learning more interactive.
Speaking of learning and growing, I've been thinking a lot about my career lately. What are your thoughts on career development here at the office? Do you feel like you're progressing in the direction you want to?
Speaking of learning growing, I've been thinking a lot about my career lately. What are your thoughts on career development here at the office? Do you feel like you're progressing in the direction you want to?
That's a good question. I feel like I'm learning a lot, but sometimes I wonder if there are no opportunities to move up. What about you?
I feel the same way. There's a lot of learning, but I don't always see clear path forward. I think I needed to have a conversation with my manager about my goals and how to align them with the company's objectives. What about you? Do you have any specific career goals for the next year?
Yeah, I want to take on more leadership roles. I think I'm ready to start leading smaller projects. I just need to figure out how to transition from my current role.
That sounds like a solid goal. Have you talked about looking into any leadership training programs or mentorship opportunities here?
Yeah. I have actually. I might reach out to here to see what option they offer. Maybe we can do that together.
I'd be up for what? Switching gears a bit. What's your take on the office environment lately? Do you think it's conducive to productivity? I know there's been some concern about noise level and distractions.
Honestly, it's been a bit of challenge for me. The open office setup is great for collaboration, but sometimes it's hard to focus with all the background noise. What do you think?
I totally get that. It's tough to stay focused sometimes. I've started using noise cancelling headphones for that reason. I do like the open vibe, but maybe the company could consider creating more quiet zones or offering flexible workspace.
Yeah, that could definitely help. I also think it would be nice if we had more natural light in some areas. It would make the space feel a bit more energizing.
Good point. Some plants and more windows could make a how difference for sure. On a more personal note, do you have any specific targets on things you want to achieve by the end of this year?
I'm really focused on getting better at time management. I tend to take on too much sometimes, and I'm working on learning to delegate more. What about you?
That's a great target for me. I'm really trying to improve my work-life balance. I often find myself staying late just to finish things, but I want to start setting clearer boundaries to make more time for personal projects.
That sounds like a solid plan. Setting boundaries is something I am working on too. It's tough but necessary.
I've been thinking about this lately. From an employee perspective, what do you think the company could do to improve job satisfaction overall?
I think transparency could help a lot. Sometimes it feels like decisions are made at the top without much input from us. I get that there's a hierarchy, but more open communication could help everyone feel more included in the bigger picture.
I agree, more transparency, especially about long-term company goals and change, which make a difference, which give employees a better sense of purpose.
Exactly. It helps people feel valued and part of something bigger.
Is there anything else on your mind or about work, life, or anything you want to share? Any talk about the direction of the company or change you like to see?
Nothing specific, but I'm excited about the upcoming product launch. I think it could really put us on the map. I'm looking forward to seeing how it unfolds.
Same here. It will be interesting to see how everything comes together. I'm excited about the opportunities it might bring for everyone in the company.
Definitely, I think it could be a real game changer for us.
It was really great to have this chat. It's nice to step back and reflect on things, I feel like we both have some solid goals to work towards.
Agreed. Let's definitely keep this conversation going. It's nice to have a chance to talk about things outside of just the day-to-day tasks.
Absolutely. Thanks for the chat and good luck with your time management goals.
Thank you so much.
Dah.